So we're back here live, my favorite casino, the place I love to gamble at. But this time we're here on a Wednesday, right? So Wednesday we normally run into a lot of old man coffees and people that can afford to play professionally in a sense. But yeah, so we're here on a Wednesday, middle of the day, trying to run up. We're gonna buy in for a normal 400 and we're gonna see what we can do. All right, so tune in. I got 4 reds. Alrighty, let's go. This table just basically started, and I see it's a great opportunity to start building an image and setting the standard of how I'm coming this game. With this pot being a very limp, happy type pot with the undergun limping for $3, and we have 5 people that limps right behind them. I look down at pocket fours in the big blind. So with $15 in the pot, I'm looking to re-raise and put pressure on the limpers and represent some strong hands such as aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, ace, king, the top range. And I'm gonna reassess on flop. So I make a raise to 30 and nobody wants any smoke at this point in time. So I gave $15 with pocket fours without seeing the flop. So, that's a good amount of money for pocket fours. I'll take that. Right. The very next hand, I pick up ace jack of hearts in a small blind, and I'm thinking this is the perfect opportunity to start looking like a maniac and sit here to raise big, to start building that maniac image. So after a couple limpers, I raised to 31, and of course nobody wants any smoke again, and I take down the pot at $9. All right, the very next hand, like the very next hand, right after the small blind, now I'm on a button. And again, I have 2 limpers to me. And I look down to ace-7 of diamond. Like I said, I'm building this image. And it's a good hand to raise anyway on the button. So I raised to $12, right? The big blind calls, the under the gun calls, the early position limper calls. So we go 4 ways to a flop of 7 of club, 4 of hearts, and 3 of diamonds, right? Like I said, I'm letting people know if you're in a hand with me, I'm playing it aggressive. You're going to pay to see the card. So I bet 25 on a flop. Of course, I have a pair of 7s too, but I bet 25 on a flop and only the under gun calls, right? So at this point in time, I'm starting to put them on like ace-2 to ace-5 or like queen jack or like jack 9 of the same. But a 10 of hearts comes next on the turn, and I don't feel like he has a pair on his board, so I'm gonna charge him. So I bet out 50 and he folds. 50. Okay, so about an orbit later, this next hand is going to get me in trouble. So remember I told you that this table has been very limp heavy, and I look down at king 7 in a small blind and simply just complete the small blind, put the extra $2 in, and we go 3 players to a flop of 7 of clubs, 2 of spade, queen of spade. All right, so we got a flush draw, and I also hit my pair 7, so I check it. Big blind, he checks it. Another guy, he checks through. So I'm certain I'm in the lead on the flop. Next come a 9 of diamonds. So remember I said this table is very passive. I'm not too worried about the 9, so I lead off for $10, and both of them call. So we go 3 ways to the river of a 2 of diamonds. So I should be worried about someone may having a queen or the 9, but like I said, they just been very passive. So I'm about to try to buy the pot, and I make a bet out for $30, and only the big blind calls, and he shows ace 9 of spades. Very good call, very good call. Okay, but the very next hand, the hand after the small blind when I'm on the button, I look down at pot of kings, and I'm already thinking how steamy this is about to look. The table just saw me lose a hand and finally saw a hand, saw the cards that I'm playing, and they see that I'm willing to make bets and call down with third pair for real. So I make a bet for 15 and I get 4 callers. No one's believing me at this point. So we go 5 ways to a flop of 10 of spades, 6 of heart, and 2 of spades. So it checks around to a guy in the middle position. He bets 25. And with a lot of people to act behind me and a flush draw out there, I don't want to see any spades hit the board. So I 3-bet to 75. The big blind cold calls and the middle position calls. We go to a turn of a 6 of diamond. They check it to me. So with the big blind only having 150 left and the middle position having about 220 left, and it's a spade draw, I don't want to see anybody else come along and see a river. So I go all in. The big blind calls off for his remaining stack, and the middle position folds. The river comes the worst card in the deck, in my opinion, the 10 of diamond. And I show my king, and he folds. He said he was on the flush and straight draw. And then I caught the middle position, Marvin, that she had ace 10 to someone across the table. So good thing I put them all in, because that 10 was dangerous. Okay, about an orbit or 2 go by, and I'm in the middle position with ace jack, and I had 3 limpers to me. So of course I'm gonna raise it up. I raised 18, and we go 4 ways to a flop of 4 spades, 3 of diamond, and 9 of spades. So we have a flush draw out there and possible straight draw. So me being the aggressive person that I've been at this whole time at this table, I continuation bet for 35. And you remember that middle position lady that I just had the last previous hand with, that probably could have hit them trip 10s on me? She goes all in for a total of $52, and one of the limpers cold call the 52. So right now I know the middle position lady more than likely has me beat. I give her like 10 pluses, and the other guy's probably definitely on a draw. So, but I'm not folding the $17. That's dead. So the turn comes an ace of diamond, which I'm loving it. Unless she probably got ace king or something like that, but I'm just loving the ace of diamond. I'm like, sure, I probably can get some money out of the other dude, but now it makes it 2 draws on the street. So I'm really not worried about the 2-5 also for the straight. He's not that type of player. So with me having an ace, I bet out for 100. He folds. 6 of spade comes on the river, and she shows kings, and my aces hold. So take down that pot, and at this point in time, she really don't like me. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to. It just, the decks are hitting me. Okay, so a few hands later, you know, probably about an orbit later, I'm in a small blind. I have ace, queen of club, and I have 1 limper to me. And right now, I'm gonna raise it, of course. Why not? So I raise it to 18. The flop comes real heavy, like real heavy. We got jack of club, king of hearts, ace of spade, right? So I bet 20, and surprisingly, he raises me to 60. So looking at the board, I'm like, what can he have in his limp card range that he can raise me with? The only thing I can see is that he flopped a straight like queen 10. But in my head, I'm like, why would you raise that when you're in position on the flop? So I'm like, that's fishy. So I'm not gonna be scared of I guess the monsters under the bed, you might say. So I'm thinking king jack at best. So I call it a 60. A 6 of club comes on a turn, now giving me a flush draw. So I check to him, and he checks back, and I'm just like, whoa, you gonna give me a free card? So he gave me the free card, and the club came, man. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, how much can I bet? And now I'm thinking, like, should I just check, raise him, or bet now? So the way he checked back on a turn, I'm just like, I'm not going to take the risk of missing out on that value. So I'll make a small bet of 60, and he calls. he didn't show, but
I mean,
you know,
sure
I took it down.
Wasn't good, but the nut flush was definitely good.
Yeah, for sure. On that one.
Well, at least it wasn't pocket fours when those 3-face cards came out this time.
So after that hand, I really just started to pick up a lot of small and medium pots. 20 there, 40 here, 60 there. They was adding up, and I started showing my hands to show that I was really just making moves most of the times, which led us to our last hand of the day. I'm on the button with pocket kings, and like I said, I've been really just making moves since I'm the biggest stack at the table, re-raising with nothing and showing, and I'm hoping for someone to finally take a stand on this hand right here. So the cutoff raises to 15, and I raise them to 50, right? So we go heads up to a flop of 5 of heart, 6 of heart, 9 of spades. It's a lot out there. We got a flush draw, straight draw. You could have flopped it straight, but I don't believe he have any of that. So I bet for 75, and he snap shoves all in before I can even get all my chips on the table. I call and show him the kings. He was a nice older guy, so I wasn't gonna like really just make him sweat it. But I showed him the kings, and I take it down, you know. And that was the end of the day. You know, very good table, very fun table. And
hold the seat for you.
we closed it out here.
I hate having an instant.
Got in the game for 400, cashed out for $13.35, will give us a profit of $935 on a Wednesday. So we come here on a Wednesday, play against Old Man Coffee's, a couple pros, you know, and I dominate the table. And I feel good, you know, like when people know, like, rec players, we can play. We can play, so stop doubting us for real, because we can play. All right, so I'm close to 100 subscribers, so please subscribe, share, and everything like that. Share with your friends. Tell other people that there's a new poker vlogger out here, and he's representing for the recreationals, man. So like, subscribe, comment, and tune in for more.